Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. So this was a first time watch for me and I pretty much went in completely blind. Didn't really know that much about the movie. I didn't even see a trailer, so like I said, I went in completely blind. I didn't have any expectations, and you might be wondering, what are my overall thoughts of the movie? What is my overall opinion? Unfortunately, uh, I did not think this movie was good. I did not have a good time with it overall, and yeah, I was just overall not a fan. So that's that's my opinion of the movie. There you go. So now I'm gonna give you all a plot summary. The movie centers around this young kid. His name's Derek, and early on, his stepfather is killed by this killer toy that randomly shows up at his doorstep. And after this happens, Derek becomes mute. A little bit later on, he comes in contact with this toy store owner named Joe Petto, and he also comes in contact with his son Pino. While Derek and his mom are at their Joe Petto's toy store, there's this mysterious guy there, and he's buying a bunch of toys, and we see him taking them apart. He's kind of creeping on Derek throughout the rest of the movie, so Derek is he's getting weirded out because there's this one mysterious gentleman who is kind of being like a creeper, stranger danger situation to him. And then Joe Petto's son, Pino, he's kind of doing some mysterious stuff. He's like sneaking in Derek's house. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Derek and his mom are a little bit freaked out, and Derek receives another mysterious package. It has a toy in it, but Derek throws it out, and this other kid grabs it. It's these rollerblades, but they're like rigged. They have rockets on them, and the kid nearly dies. He's hit by a car because of this. So at this point, they know something's up, and for the rest of the movie, the main protagonist, they're trying to survive. They're trying to not get killed by these killer toys, and they're trying to get to the bottom of all of these mysterious happenings. So that's the basic plot summary. First things first, this is how I'm going to structure this video. I'm going to do my likes first, and then dislikes, and that's it. It's going to be a very simple, basic video. So the first thing that I have here for my likes is once again, I commend the filmmakers for trying to do something different. Much like the previous entry, this film really doesn't follow any of the storylines of the first three movies. It's a standalone sequel. It's its own story. It's its own thing, and I respect the filmmakers for trying to do something different. They're not just copying and pasting and just making some like low effort sequel. Like they're trying something different. They're taking a risk, and I respect them for that. In addition to taking a risk, by doing a different concept, I actually like the overall concept. I thought it was unique. The whole killer toy concept, and I think it went really well with the Christmas theme of the franchise. You got the whole franchise is Christmas centric. I mean, kids get toys on Christmas. What's scarier than that? You're a kid. You're already in like a helpless position, and then your Christmas toys are trying to kill you. I mean, it's unique. It's scary. It's a great concept. Do I think that they executed that concept well, not really, but the overall concept was pretty darn creative, so that's cool. And then there's this one standout sequence that I really liked. This was like the best part of the movie. The rest of the movie, like I said, was pretty bland. But okay, there's this one sequence where, okay, so Derek he's home with his babysitter. His babysitter puts him to bed, and then her boyfriend comes through, and they're getting a little intimate with it. They're not they're like just like making out, but they're about to have sex, and there's all these killer toys in the room, and while they're getting busy, the toys start like crawling up on them, and it's funny. Like, there's not a lot of comedy in the movie, but there's this one toy is just it's like a hand. It's like an arm, like a forearm with a hand, and it's like touching them, and they think it's their partner grabbing them, and they're like, oh, that feels good, keep doing that. So that was funny. And then after the initial funny stuff is going on, all these killer toys start doing what they do best and trying to kill this young couple. And it's like a bloodbath. It's a massacre. There's blood everywhere. There's all these like different toys too. There's like this little tank toy. Like I said, the hand is strangling the boyfriend. There's this little thing. It's like a little vehicle with these like razor blades on it. So yeah, there's all these different killer toys that are killing this young couple, and there's just blood splattered everywhere. The gore effects are fantastic. Like, when you see the aftermath, it's nuts. So I really like that whole sequence. And then the last thing I have here for my likes, I did like the climax. Like, probably the last like 10 minutes of the movie was pretty good, and there were some pretty decent twists and reveals. Usually I'm a simpleton, I'm a stupid dummy, so I never see twists coming, but in this movie I did kind of see the twist coming, but that didn't really like hinder my experience. I still thought they were interesting. I didn't see all of the twists coming, but some of them I kind of thought like, okay, like I can put, I can kind of put it together. So there you go. So yeah, that's all my likes. Now I'm going to jump into dislikes. So my main dislike, my main gripe with the movie is it's boring, it's uneventful, and I feel like it took so long to get going. Like I said, the last 10 minutes was awesome, but like there was just so much fluff. There were so many, like, so much of the movie was just uneventful, and a slower burn horror movie is fine, but I just didn't care. Like, even some of the kills and the more action centric sequences, besides that one that I mentioned, they were pretty lackluster. The character, this is another thing that I wrote down for my for my dislikes, but I'm just gonna lump it all together. Like, the characters were super dull, they were forgettable. I just didn't care about anything that was happening, and nothing interesting was really happening except for that sequence where the young couple gets killed, and then like the last 10 minutes of the movie. The rest of the movie was just, like I said, it was honestly hard to get through. I had to take a couple breaks. So yeah, even though I thought it was a cool concept and I liked that they tried something different with this, the the execution, the overall movie was just not good. I just really did not think this was a good movie. So, yeah, there you go. But it was well, not directed, but Brian Usna was involved in this. So it kind of did have a little bit of the Brian Usna feel, which was cool. Screaming Mad George, I don't know if I mentioned this. Yeah, he didn't direct it, but I don't know if I just mentioned what he said. So Brian Usna didn't direct it, but he co-wrote this and he produced it. So yeah, it did have kind of like a little bit of a Brian Usna feel. It was kind of like a weird, almost like sci-fi horror, type of movie. It was it had like a weird feel, which I like. Like I did like that. And then yeah, Screaming Mad George did the effects again. I thought the effects were decent. They weren't as cool as the effects in the previous film. That movie had like a lot more body horror, and like all the stuff with the bugs was really cool. But yeah, overall, this movie, it was just uneventful. It was bland. It was dull. It was boring. So yeah, even though my boy Brian Usna came back to co-produce it and co-write it, and even though it did have that Brian Usna feel, and I'm saying this as a Brian Usna fan, like it did have like a similar feel to his other movies, but just overall, I still, that wasn't enough for me to like it. Like, even though I am a fanboy of him, it wasn't enough for me to like it. I thought this movie was not good. So, in terms of a recommendation, I would not recommend Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. Just, stick to part 1, part 2. And if you want to watch a Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel that is, Brian Usna worked on, I would say stick to part 4. Part 5 is not it. So, that has been my review. Thank you very much for watching, and peace out.